Hey guys, what's up? This is Dark Gaia here once again. I've got a new deck list, one I've been really hyped up for and excited about because, as you see on the cards right there, Red Dragon's always been one of my favorite synchro monsters of like all time. I'm kind of a main character stan, Stardust, Red Dragon, but Red Dragon's always been the one for me because it was like the 5D's version of Blue Eyes. So I really wanted this deck to be good. It's got a lot of good plays. It's got a lot of, it bricks sometimes. Sometimes you get hands that you just can't do anything with, but you can like kind of hold off. But this is my prototype version of the deck right now. I tried doing a mishmash together version at locals last week. A few days ago, I'm sorry. But it didn't do so well, so I'm going to try this version. This one's more of a true build. There's no other side engines or anything. Let me go ahead and get into deck list for you guys. Don't want to take up too much of your time. So, first of all, we've got the 3 Soul Resonator. Literally, as the name implies, he is the soul of the deck. So what happens is when you normal or special summon him, you can search your deck for level 4 or lower Fiend monster. It could be any level 4 or lower Fiend. So if you want to play like Skullmeister as a hand trap, you could do that, definitely, which I'm thinking about doing on my sideboard. But this will get you to a lot of your main combo pieces, as well as him being a tuner himself. And he's got a protection effect. You control a Red Dragon Archfiend or a monster that mentions it. You can banish him from your grave to like protect your board from destruction for that instance. Very good card. I'm so glad that this card exists right now. It's so nice. Next is the other card that came in the structure deck, Vision Resonator. So he's a level 2 tuner. You can special summon him when you have a level 5 or higher Dark Synchro monster. And when he's sent to the graveyard, by any means, you can search your deck for a card that mentions Red Dragon Archfiend. And it helps you get to like your Crimson Gaia or any other like text you want to play for the Red Dragon stuff. As well as just being like a good a synchro climber because it's a level 2 and most things in this are like by 2s like 6, 8, 10, 12. So he's very good for that. I kind of want to go to 3, but so far 2 has been testing pretty nicely, so we'll see. Next is another very key piece of the deck, Crimson Resonator. So when you control no monsters, you can special summon it. And if the only other monster you control is a Dark Dragon Synchro, you can special summon up to 2 Resonators from your deck. You can only do that once a turn. However, that lets you climb into the really big shenanigan dragons. This will be your key piece to getting into Red Supernova, or if you're playing the other version of the deck, it'll let you climb on your opponent's turn into like the King Calamity. Very solid card. I think 3 is a good number for it. 2's fine, but I've found that having 3 is just it's my playstyle, so I like having the 3. And I got the 2 Synchron Resonators. So this card, you can special summon from your hand if you control a Synchro monster. And it's also, when it's sent to the graveyard, you can add a Resonator monster from your grave to your hand. And that's not once per turn, so if you keep on sending him to the grave, you can keep on like getting Resonators out of your grave back in your hand. It's good for follow-up. You can get your Soul Resonator back out of the grave into your hand. Pretty great. And he's level 1 tuner. And that's good. You could get, like, if you've only got the 1 in the grave, it's good for Red Rising Dragon's second effect. Now, another really big key combo card for this deck, Bone Archfiend. This card's insane. So you can special summon him by sending another card from your field or hand to the graveyard. And you can do that when he's in your hand or graveyard. Then you can send a Fiend Tuner from your deck to the graveyard to level modulate up or down by 1. So himself or another monster. This card's pretty insane. I'm very happy that they made something like this. It just reminds me of the old Mad Archfiend. I think that's what they were going for. It's kind of like a remnant of it. That card's so good. Like, that's your main card you're going to be wanting to open with or search into. Speaking of searching, we got the 3 Crimson Gaias. This card is nuts. I'm so sad it's a common and not like a super ultra. Because it's once a turn you can add a Red Dragon Archfiend or a card that mentions it from your graveyard or deck to your hand. I find it funny because it says Red Dragon Archfiend deck or graveyard. because Red Dragon Archery is obviously the synchro, so you can't add it from your deck. It's also got a mass Book of Moon effect when you attack with Red Dragon Archery to put all of your opponent's monsters face down. And that's pretty insane, actually, because it makes it so your Red Dragon Archery is instantly alive. It's very good for board breaking. This card is insane. I'm so glad this card exists too. Like, I'm so glad all these cards exist. I'm gonna keep saying it, like, probably throughout this video, but I'm so happy that the cards exist. 3 Resonator call. It's the Rhoda for Resonators. You can add a Resonator monster from your deck to your hand. It's not once per turn. It's your searcher. Not too much to explain about that. You want to obviously maximize on that. And now for some of the stapley stuff, non-engine, I have elected to run 3 Forbidden Lance. So in my testing, I found that Imperm really sucks to get hit with. Not many people are playing Valor, but rather Imperm. So they go to Imperm like my Resonator or something. Or like even like on their turn, I can set this card for back row support for my Red Supernova. And like they go like to talents it or try to take it. You just Forbidden Lance and be like, nope, not this one. But yeah, Forbidden Lance it's a really good piece of support for it. Again, because it lets you get your Resonator stuff out of Imperm, all that good stuff. Lets your Bone Archery get your level modulation out of Imperm. And it was overall just being good spell traps, like protection. Not bad. It's been testing really nice. Another cross-out designator. So this deck hates Nibiru, as well as it doesn't like getting Ash. So obviously, you know, you play cross-out, those are your targets. And then you've also got other like stapley stuff in here that you can hit with cross-out if you so choose. But it's mostly for the Nib and Ash. Card's nice. It's really good. I think cross-out is going to be see a lot of play in this deck. I also play 3 Book of Eclipse, because not only is it good protection and good interruption, but it also combos with your Red Dragon Archery to kind of like blow everything up. So that's why I play it. As well as, you know, Pearly still a deck, so. And I like the one-ofs. I got the Called By, because again, like Ash and stuff. I got Foolish Burial. This will help kind of turn on some cards. Like it helps Vision Resonator if you need to get a search. It's like an alternative search. Yes, can't go wrong with Foolish. And then my piece of tech I want to play with this deck, it has been testing very nicely, is Monster Reborn. Because, you know, who doesn't like just bringing back a giant dragon out of the grave? Or maybe if your opponent's got something that you like, just bring out something out of your opponent's grave. Super nice. I like it. I had like 1 slot, so I was like, yeah, Monster Reborn. Last piece of support for deck is the Red Zone. Red Zone's kind of crazy because it lets you pop stuff when your opponent activates effects, as long as you have Red Dragon Archery or a monster that mentions it. And it can also special summon a Dark Dragon Synchro from out of Banish. And this is how you resolve Red Supernova Dragon twice a turn. The card is insane. This is... the card's crazy. Now my hand traps, I kind of saved these for last because, you know, there's hand traps. But I got the 3 Ash, I got the 3 Nib, and I got the 3 Imperm. You know, and they're all good to have in your deck, and they're all good cross-out targets. Because these are just, like, the generic cards. So that's what I elected to play for that, for the hand traps. Oh, I bumped into the camera. Next is a Synchro deck. I call it a Synchro deck because there's literally just Synchros in here. So the 3 Red Rising Dragon. Red Rising Dragon is insane. It turns your deck on, like, immediately. You Synchro into it, he's a level 6. So, your Bone Archery combo immediately. You Synchro into it, you special summons a Resonator from your deck. You're bringing out Crimson Resonator, so you can use Crimson Resonator's effect and just keep going off. Then it has a Banish effect that comes in clutch sometimes. Lets you special summon 2 level 1 Resonator monsters, 1 from deck, 1 from grave. So that's why I play 2 of the Synchron Resonators. Card is insane for this deck. Next, I play 2 of the new Scarred Dragon Archery. This card is amazing. I don't really do much attacking with it, so I don't get his other effect, which like blows up attack position monsters on Synchro. But when he's sent to the graveyard, you can special summon a Red Dragon Archery from your extra deck, and it's treated as a Synchro summon. And that's insane. So you just climb into this, get into the Red Dragon, use Red Dragon to climb into further stuff. It's such a good card. And then, of course, I got the 2 Red Dragon Archines to go with each of the Scarred Dragon Archine. Just, it's my boy, it's Red Dragon Archine. I play 2 Hot Red Dragon Archine Abyss. It's an interruption. I used to love playing Buster Blader, so this is a throwback to that. But yeah, he's an interruption. He does other stuff, but I've never gotten any of his other effects to go off, so it's literally he's just there for interruption. Now you got the 1 Red Supernova. This is the big boss monster that I'm climbing into all the time. That's what the deck's doing, is trying to get into Red Supernova with a red zone set. So he's just a mass board wipe by banishing everything on your opponent's field, and then he comes back at the end of your next turn. And he is massive because of all the tuners in your graveyard. So he's also a kill shot button. This is the boss monster. That's also like Forbidden Lance, all that. I got all the protection for him. I do play 1 Calamity. I don't do it on my opponent's turn, obviously, because I don't have anything to do it with. But I have him in there in case I need to just drop him to make it so my opponent can't interact with me. I don't know. It's a Red Dragon card. 1 Tyrant Red Dragon Archine. I haven't done anything with him yet. I had just got him, so I need to do more practice with it. But it's just a good option to have for this deck. I play 1 Bane. I play the Tyrant Red Dragon and Bane. I don't have Bestial Dispatter at the moment, so it's just these 2 currently. But once I do get Dispatter, it'll be Bane and Dispatter and not the Tyrant. But it's good too. It's just good one-ofs that you want to play. 1 Scarlet. Scarlet's good. It can be a technical board wipe. Also, you can technically win in time with this card because he burns, which I hope I don't ever have to get to because I hate winning a time like that, but he's there for a reason. And then Kui built the Blade Dragon. Card's just really good. It's a level 7 Dark Dragon, so it gives you options. Pops a card on Synchro Summon, and then it... hang on one second, I forgot his second effect. It's, you can try to face up monster on the field and it can't attack when he's sent to the graveyard. It's a good utility card, honestly. I guess I go on my side deck. I actually forget what I have in there at the moment. So let's take a look. We got... that's right. So my side deck, I've got Drolls. It's mostly there for more cross-out targets. But also it's Droll, so fuck it. 3 Cosmic Cyclones. Again, if you've watched any of my other videos, Cosmic Cyclone stays in my side deck. I don't take it out. These 3 slots probably going to change. I just don't, or at least 2 of them is going to change. 2 Eradicators and a Feather Duster. Feather Duster's probably going to stay. I'm probably going to take out the Eradicators. While this deck can definitely put the target on for Eradicator, you don't typically want to get rid of your board, but it's in there just in case. 3-dimensional barrier, gotta play it, shuts down strategies entirely. And then 3 evenly matched. As well as being a cross-out target, it's also just good to have in general. That's my list, guys. If you've got any suggestions, aside from me obviously needing to get a Dispatter, please let me know. I am well aware of the Bestial build, and I really do want to play it. But as of right now, this is what I've got. If you want to leave any comments about how you guys play it or would like to see it, please feel free. Like the video if you want. I'm not forcing you, but it would be really nice. And subscribe, honestly. I really like to build this channel. I enjoy putting these deck builds up. And I don't know, I'd like to do more content for you guys. But yeah, that's going to be it for now, guys. This is Dark Gaia out. See ya.